When you're coaching, there's certain attitudes that you have to have. It's like things that you say to yourself that maybe you don't say out loud, but they govern your activities and your expressions to help lead your teams to success. One of my favorite ones I stole from the Terminator. That's this week on the Badass Agile podcast. Greetings, team. Welcome to the Badass Agile podcast. I'm your host, Chris Williams. Hello, friends and families. Great to see you. Welcome back, team. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. This week, I want to talk about something that I say to myself, or at least something that I think about when I'm approaching teams, especially through difficult times. But first, let's take a moment to remember why we're here. To create an elite tribe of leaders who truly serve their clients and communities by doing what matters and what works, relentlessly chasing value and excellence like a badass. There's so many resources out there about what you need to do to be agile, but we're focused on who you need to become in order to lead teams. So let's hammer down those fundamentals to create a truly unique and powerful force in this industry. And remember, if this helps you, tell your friends. All right, let's go all the way back to 1990-something, the release of the second Terminator movie. I can't believe that's now a vintage movie, a classic movie, about 30 years old. But there's a scene in there in which Linda Hamilton is, in a mental institution and everything's going crazy around her, and there's this new shapeshifter Terminator that can turn to liquid metal and then reconstitute on the fly, and everything is just insane. All of a sudden, Arnold shows up on the scene, and now he's the good guy instead of the bad guy. So everything's backwards and topsy-turvy. And there's no time to explain what's going on. He basically has to extend his hand to Linda Hamilton and say, "Come with me if you want to live." And that's the way I approach my clients, my communities, my cultures, and my teams. Now, I don't necessarily say that, but that's basically the way I feel. Sometimes, especially in the beginning, none of this is going to make sense. Everything's going to be backwards. Everything's going to be an illusion. Everything is going to be scary. And you're just going to have to trust me. And the thing about trust is that you have to build it. But in the beginning, when you don't have time to do that, everything's changing all at once. Everything is challenging all at once. Sometimes you just have to reach your hand out and say, "I got this." I don't expect it to make sense. I don't expect it to be okay for a little while, but until then, just come with me if you want to live. I got the goods. I have the info you need. I have the training that you need. I have got your back. I can protect you from the bad guy. And within mere moments, just through your living example, people will begin to understand that you mean what you say. Even if they don't fully trust you yet. At least they're not running and screaming and, kicking at your head to see if you're the real deal or whatever. The idea is you just have to be their friend through mayhem and chaos long enough to be able to start helping them. It's an easy way, or at least mentally for me, it's an easy way to remember that in the beginning, the most important thing that I do is show them the truth, tell them the truth, and lead by example. And protect them from harm, protect them from the cost of failure. Now, sometimes I do share this expression with my teams, this "come with me if you want to live" thing. In fact, if I could get a poster or a screensaver or something like that, I probably should. But the way I explain it is at a time in the beginning of an initiative, when I'm new to the team, everything is uncertain, and it's not just a function of not knowing what to do, but nothing seems right. Nothing seems trustworthy. It all seems too different. It's too much to take on at once. It's at that moment that I'll explain to them that my job is a little bit like the Terminator in Terminator 2. I'm there to drag you out of the chaos, get you to safety, and then we can talk it out. But in the beginning, none of it will make sense, and that's okay. It doesn't need to. The most important thing you can do, my friends, is trust me for 5 minutes. If you can do that, I'll take care of the rest. Now, what I'll do is anchor that feeling to the expression, "Come with me if you want to live." I'll explain what I mean by it. And I'll use that as a point to bounce back to every time the team starts scratching their head, or you can see they're upset, you can see this isn't making sense, You can see they're a little bit afraid. We'll just say, hey guys, remember, come with me if you want to live. I am here to help you. I'm here to navigate the battleground with you. I'm here to make it not scary. I'm here to take away the uncertainty. I am here to help you make sense of this new order. And I think that's what a leader does. I think that's our most important job. I think deep down, this is what people are counting on us for. In times of crisis, people want that hero. People want to know that they're covered. They just want to feel safe. They want to know that someone around them is helping them navigate. They want someone they can turn to and lean on to ask questions. And then pretty soon, they start to take it on for themselves. They've got the learning. They've had some experiences. Now they can start to grow. They can spread their own wings. They can take flight. At some point in the second Terminator movie, Linda Hamilton takes on her own inner badass. She throws on the black jeans and the leather jacket, and she grabs herself some guns and some ammo, and she's got her biceps are tight. She's tough. She's got this. She doesn't need someone to save her. But everyone, my friends, everyone needs a swim buddy. Everyone needs a partner. Everyone needs someone to help them make sense of things. Someone to get them out of trouble if they get into it, someone with an equal sense of strength and purpose who can help them survive. Because as we all know, Agile change is tough. Look, if you're reading the latest State of Agile reports, and I think those things are really good from a survey perspective at capturing sentiment, and the sentiment is that year after year, after all of this time, we still see Agile change as big, invasive, and scary. And as a result, we fail to make the right mindset shifts to make it a success. If that's the case, then remember your job as the Terminator, as the Arnold of Agile, is not to teach people skills, routines, or scripts. It's to extend your hand and be that guiding force. Be the certainty in the chaos. Be the beacon through the change, and serve your teams. Have that inner certainty that no matter what happens, you know how to help them. You will find a way or make a way. But for that brief moment where your team doesn't know what to do, where this is not second nature to them yet, where this change is wrapped up in all kinds of emotional turmoil and conflict, you will be there to help them. Somehow, some way, you'll know what to do. And that, my friends, is truly badass. So listen, I hope this helps you. You can reach out as always at badassagile.com. Find me on Twitter at badass_agile or on Instagram at badassagile. I look forward to seeing you next time, and until then, stay badass.